Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. This time we're getting our hands dirty with excavator attachments.
Oh, yeah.
And more specifically, those powerful grapples you see out on the job site.
Right.
Hydraulic and manual grabs.
All right.
We got some fantastic materials sent over from Ultimate Buckets, Australia.
They make a good grab.
They do. They do. And they're clearly really passionate about these things. So we're going to get into how these grabs are used in everything from construction to demolition to forestry and landscaping.
Yep.
Why they're essential for moving all those materials that you and I would never be able to lift.
No way.
No.
Backbreaking.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
How these grabs have evolved to become such essential tools out on the job site.
Right.
And UBA is definitely a leader in this space, especially here in Australia.
Yeah. Okay. So for our listeners who may not be super familiar with these, can you just break down exactly what we're talking about when we say hydraulic and manual grab?
Yeah, you can think of them as specialized hands for the excavator.
Sure.
They're specifically designed for gripping, lifting, moving all those heavy or awkward materials that would be impossible to handle otherwise.
Right.
So, imagine you're trying to delicately place a multi-ton boulder for a landscaping project.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're trying to carefully remove debris from a demolition site without, causing further damage. That's where these grabs really come in.
Okay, so they're like the difference between trying to pick up a pin with your fingers versus using tweezers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Much more control.
Yeah, much more control and precision, and that level of control is particularly important in those sensitive environments like landscaping or demolition, where you need to minimize the collateral damage.
Okay, let's start with hydraulic grabs first.
All right.
In the material from UBA, they talk about the hydraulic ram being sort of like a key component to this.
Yeah.
What role does it play in a hydraulic grab?
The hydraulic ram is the muscle behind the grab.
It's essentially a powerful piston that's powered by the excavator's hydraulic system. And it controls the tines, those metal fingers that do the actual grabbing.
So the tines are like the fingers,
Yeah.
and the hydraulic ram is like the bicep,
Exactly.
contracting and extending to open and close those.
You got it.
Okay, now what's interesting is the way that UBA has designed their hydraulic ram system.
Oh, yeah.
They have this single ram design.
Right.
What's the advantage of doing that?
So it's brilliant. Actually, they've placed this single ram right in the center of the grab. This does a couple of things.
Okay.
One, it provides extra protection for the ram.
Oh, so it's tucked away safely.
It's tucked away, from all those inevitable bumps and impacts that happen on a job site.
Right.
So it's like a prized fighter behind a shield wall,
Okay, yeah.
protecting it. But there's more to it than just protection. By having that single ram in the center.
Yeah.
The force is concentrated, giving the grab more power and stability, especially when you're handling irregularly shaped loads.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And speaking of stability, UBA also emphasizes this term, geometric balance.
Yeah.
In their grab design. What is that, and how does it actually make a difference on the job site?
It's all about weight distribution. Think about lifting a really heavy, oddly shaped object.
Yeah.
You don't want the grab to wobble or tip over.
Right.
That could be disastrous.
Yeah.
Geometric balance ensures that the grab's weight is distributed evenly. So even if you're lifting something that looks like it belongs in a modern art museum, the grab remains stable and safe.
Okay, so it's like having a super strong, steady hand on the excavator, preventing any nasty surprises when you're moving those tricky loads.
Right. And that ties into their choice of materials as well.
Oh, okay.
They use solid box construction and high-strength steel.
Right.
Which just adds to the grab's overall durability and strength.
Now let's get into the practical benefits for operators.
Okay.
The material highlights a few key advantages to using hydraulic grabs. Versatility, efficiency, safety, durability, precision handling.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so can we break this down a little bit?
Sure.
How do these things actually make a difference on a job site?
Yeah, so let's start with versatility. A hydraulic grab can handle a wide range of tasks.
Okay.
From moving those boulders for landscaping like we talked about, to demolishing concrete structures.
Right.
To sorting through recycling materials.
Okay.
It's a true multitasker.
So one tool for a bunch of different jobs.
Exactly.
Okay, what about efficiency? How does this actually speed things up?
Or imagine you're trying to move tons of rocks or debris manually.
Right.
It would be incredibly slow and labor intensive.
Yeah.
With a hydraulic grab, though, the operator can quickly grab and move large volumes of material.
Right.
dramatically increasing productivity and reducing manpower needs.
Yeah, that's a huge time saver.
Huge.
Which I imagine also significantly improves safety on a site.
You're absolutely right. One of the biggest risks in construction demolition or even landscaping is dropping heavy objects.
Yeah.
Hydraulic grabs give the operators much more control, minimizing those risks and keeping everyone on site safer.
Okay, so versatility, efficiency, safety, all checked off. What about durability?
Yeah.
These things are dealing with some serious wear and tear.
Yeah, for sure.
How does UBA ensure that their products can withstand that?
Well, they're committed to using high-quality materials.
Okay.
They source their steel from Europe, known for its exceptional quality and durability,
Right.
specifically chosen to endure the demanding Australian environment.
Okay.
These things are built to last.
So these grabs are tough enough to handle the outback.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And they're designed to maintain that precision handling even after years of heavy use.
Right.
So imagine you're placing that large, irregularly shaped boulder for a landscaping project.
Uh-huh.
With a hydraulic grab, the operator can gently maneuver the boulder into that exact position, minimizing damage to the surrounding area
Right.
and ensuring a visually appealing result. That level of control is really what sets these grabs apart.
Okay, so it's like having a surgeon's steady hand on an excavator.
Exactly.
It's not just brute strength with these grabs.
Yeah.
It's really finesse and accuracy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how those hydraulic systems can provide such a delicate touch when needed.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
now that we've explored the power and the precision of hydraulic grabs, let's shift gears a bit and talk about their simpler
Okay.
yet equally robust counterparts.
All right.
Manual grab.
Back to basics.
Back to basics.
So how do manual grabs differ from their hydraulic cousins?
Well, as the name suggests, manual grabs rely on good old-fashioned mechanics
yeah.
instead of hydraulic systems.
No, less complex.
Less
though.
complexity.
Yeah.
Less to go wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have a simpler design, fewer moving parts.
Right.
And while they might not have all the bells and whistles of a hydraulic grab,
Right. They're incredibly reliable and well-suited for certain tasks.
and UBA hasn't skimped on the features even with their manual grabs.
No, they haven't.
Their material highlights the 5-finger tines, the high-strength steel construction,
Yep.
and a quick-release coupling system.
Yeah.
So can you break down those features a bit for us?
Sure.
Why do those matter?
So those 5-finger tines provide a really secure grip on materials,
No.
even oddly shaped ones.
Right?
And just like their hydraulic grabs, UBA uses that high-strength steel for their manual grabs as well, ensuring they can withstand heavy use and those tough Australian conditions.
Right.
And that quick-release coupling system is a real time saver,
Yeah.
allowing operators to switch between attachments
Right.
quickly and easily.
So maximizing efficiency,
Excellent.
minimizing downtime on site.
Absolutely.
Now, there's one more feature that's worth mentioning here.
Yeah.
Their heavy-duty pivot system. They really emphasize those hardened ground steel bushings and the lubricated grease pins.
Right.
Why are those important?
It's all about ensuring smooth movement and minimizing that wear and tear.
Okay.
So think about the pivot points on the grab.
Yeah.
They're constantly moving under heavy loads.
Right.
Those hardened bushings and grease pins reduce friction at those critical points,
Okay.
which means less wear and tear over time and smoother operation.
So it's like giving the grabs joint some high-quality lubrication,
You got it.
keeping everything moving smoothly,
Yeah.
preventing those painful creaky sounds.
Exactly. And less wear and tear translates directly to reduced maintenance needs,
Right.
longer lifespan for the grab,
Yeah.
which is a win for any operator.
Now, this might be a bit of a challenge, but if you had to pick between a hydraulic and a manual grab for a specific job, what factors would you consider?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Not
It
yet.
really depends on the task at hand.
Okay.
So if you need precise control for delicate placement, or sorting a hydraulic grab is the way to go. But if you're dealing with heavy lifting,
Right.
where raw power and simplicity are paramount, a manual grab might be the better choice.
Okay.
So it comes down to understanding the project needs
Yeah.
and choosing the tool that best fits the job.
What are some of the trade-offs that operators might consider when making that decision?
Good question.
Yeah.
So cost is definitely a factor.
Okay.
Hydraulic grabs tend to be more expensive
Right.
due to those complex hydraulic systems. Maintenance is another consideration.
Okay.
Manual grabs with their simpler design typically require less maintenance.
Right.
And then there's the learning curve.
Okay.
Hydraulic grabs might take a bit more time for operators to master
Right.
due to the controls and that sensitivity of the hydraulic system.
Okay, so it's not just about the tool itself, it's about the operator's skill level.
Exactly.
And the overall project budget as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot to weigh.
It is.
Now, speaking of UBA, their commitment to quality really shines through in their materials. They repeatedly emphasize their use of premium European steel.
Right.
And their focus on building grabs that can withstand Australia's pretty harsh conditions.
Yeah.
Why is that such a big deal, especially for Australian industries?
Well, Australia's environment can be brutal on equipment.
Yeah.
Extreme heat dust, demanding work conditions.
Right.
It can really take a toll on things.
Yeah.
So by using top-grade European steel, UBA is ensuring that their grabs are tough enough to handle those challenges.
Right.
They're not just building grabs for show.
Yeah.
They're building them for the real world, for the long haul.
Okay. And they backed that up with a 24-month warranty.
They do.
That's a pretty strong vote of confidence.
It is.
In their products.
It absolutely is a warranty. Like, that shows that they stand behind their craftsmanship.
Right.
And believe in the durability of their grabs.
Mm-hmm.
And for operators, that peace of mind is invaluable.
Now, looking beyond UBA for a moment, the world of excavator attachments is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
What are some of the emerging trends or future innovations
Okay.
that you see on the horizon for these grabs?
That's a fascinating area.
Yeah.
We're already seeing the integration of sensors into some attachments,
Okay.
providing operators with real-time feedback on load weight distribution,
Yeah.
even potential hazards.
Wow, so it's like giving the grab a sense of touch and awareness.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
And then there's the world of AI and automation.
Okay.
Imagine grabs that can adapt to different materials and tasks automatically.
Right.
Or even perform certain tasks
Yeah.
with minimal human input.
Autonomous grabs. That
Yeah.
sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It might not be as far off as you think.
Oh, wow.
As AI and robotics continue to advance, we'll likely see those technologies integrated into excavator attachments, making them even more efficient, precise, and safe.
Yeah. So that's incredible. It really makes you wonder how those advancements will shape the future of industries that rely on these grabs. I mean, will we see construction sites with robots operating excavators and autonomously sorting through materials?
Potentially.
Will landscaping become even more intricate and artistic with these super precise AI-powered tools?
It's an exciting time to be following these developments.
Yeah.
It's not just about incremental improvements anymore.
Right.
It's about potential paradigm shifts in how these industries operate.
And it all starts with those fundamental tools, those grapples that allow us to interact with and shape the world around us.
Yeah, it really highlights the power of human ingenuity
Yeah.
and our constant drive to improve and innovate.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From the mechanics of hydraulic rams to the potential for AI-powered grabs.
Yeah.
We've explored the evolution of these essential tools and their impact on industries ranging from construction to landscaping.
It's been a fascinating journey. Peeling back the layers and discovering the ingenuity and craftsmanship that goes into these seemingly simple yet incredibly powerful tools.
Before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier about that decision-making process for choosing the right grab.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot to consider beyond just the technical specs.
There really is.
Yeah.
It's important to think about the specific needs of the job, the operator's skill level, the budget,
Right.
even those long-term maintenance costs. It's a holistic assessment.
So it's not just about buying the most expensive or the most technologically advanced grab.
Right.
It's about finding the best fit for the task and for the team.
Exactly. And I think that applies to so many tools and technologies. It's not just about it's about the why and the how.
Yeah, it's like choosing the right tool for your workshop.
Exactly.
You wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a bolt, would you?
No, not really.
No. Each tool has its purpose.
Yeah.
Its strengths.
Right. And understanding those nuances is really what separates a good operator from a great one. You know, knowing when to reach for the hydraulic grab versus the manual grab, or even when a different attachment altogether might be the better choice. That's where experience and expertise really come into play.
Speaking of expertise, UBA seems to have a really deep understanding of their customers' needs and the challenges they face in these really demanding Australian environments.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's reflected not only in like the robust design of their grabs, but also in their emphasis on customer support and that impressive 24-month warranty.
Right.
They're not just selling a product, they're building a relationship with their customers.
That makes a huge difference, especially in industries where downtime can be incredibly costly.
Oh, yeah.
Having that reliable support and knowing that the company stands behind its products provides real peace of mind for operators.
Yeah, it's like having a trusted partner, not just a supplier. Someone who understands your business and is there to support you when you need them.
Yeah. Well, I think we've unearthed a treasure trove of insights today.
I think so, too.
From the inner workings of hydraulic rams to the potential for AI-powered grabs, we've explored the evolution of these essential tools and their impact on industries ranging from construction to landscaping.
It's been a fascinating journey, peeling back the layers and, discovering the ingenuity and craftsmanship that goes into these seemingly simple yet incredibly powerful tools.
And for our listeners, we hope this deep dive has equipped you with a newfound appreciation for the grabs that shape our world literally.
Yeah.
Next time you see an excavator in action, take a closer look at those attachments and think about the precision, the power, and the innovation behind every movement.
And if you're in the market for a new grab or simply want to learn more about the latest advancements, be sure to check out Ultimate Buckets Australia's website.
Yeah.
They've got a wealth of information and a team of experts ready to help you find the perfect tool for your needs.
Great advice. We'll be sure to include a link to their website in our show notes. And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of hydraulic and manual grabs. We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep digging deeper.